what's up you guys, this is Rob from Plays, and today on the Snapshot, it's time to strip off that armor when we take a look at Banshee's Sonic Fracture. So, you can pick up Sonic Fracture for 25,000 standing after you've reached rank 5 with Cephalon Suda or the Parent Sequence. Now, Banshee's Sonic Boom is a fairly straightforward ability, releasing a wave of sonic energy in a cone in front of her, knocking down and potentially ragdolling enemies caught in the blast. With a base range of 15 meters, this was highly regarded as one of her close-range CC abilities, and wasn't necessarily one that a lot of people chose to mod for, mainly using it as a reactionary tool rather than something you would initiate with, until now. The Syndicate modifier at max rank reduces enemy armor by 70% for 8 seconds. Now from playtesting, the armor reduction is affected by power strength mods, and the duration is definitely affected by duration mods. Also note that while the effect does stack, there is a bit of an issue. Now the big thing to note is that this ability is percentage based off of an enemy's existing armor value. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is, if you mod this ability for anything less than 100%, it will take several casts to completely strip away an enemy's armor. Think of it this way, if an enemy's armor is 1000 and you only modded this for 90% armor reduction, the first cast would reduce the enemy's armor from 1000 to 100. The second cast would then reduce it by another 90%, which would bring the armor value down from 100 to 10, and the third cast would bring it down from 10 to 1. However, if you mod this for anything over 100%, which would require a power strength of approximately 145%, the initial cast will completely remove their armor in one shot. And before anyone makes the comment, this does not stack the way you think it will with corrosive projection. Again, Sonic Fracture will base its percentage off of an enemy's existing armor. So either you go in balls deep on power strength and strip them clean off in one go, or you're just gonna have to keep blowing and blowing. Now as for the build, this one is going to be a bit tricky as we're going to need to balance power strength, range, efficiency, and duration, all the while still keeping Banshee survivable. It's honestly such a pain that I'm going to be showing you two different builds. The first one is going to be a fairly balanced build, focusing on stripping the armor off in one clean shot. In order to make the best of this build, you're going to need to use every trick in the book to safely get in range to use Sonic Fracture, as tossing in an overextended would reduce power strength far too much and require us to invest way too many mods in order to bring its power strength over 145%. You could alternately slot in an overextended instead of a stretch, swap your transient fortitude for a rank 8 blind rage, toss out vitality for intensify, slot in a fully ranked fleeting expertise, and equip the arcane chorus helm. However, even after all of this, it still leaves you with a less than desirable power efficiency, so spamming it will be a bit costly. Now, the alternative to one good hard blow is blowing a lot. The second build basically says fuck it, I don't care if I've stripped them down completely just as long as they are on the floor. This gives us a little over 66% armor reduction, and honestly, you can get a bit more aggressive with this version. So the whole premise for this build is to keep spamming Sonic Fracture for CC. Just keep in mind that the knockdown won't re-knock them down if they're in the middle of an animation, so you're going to want to wait to recast this until they get back on their feet. Just keep in mind that for both builds the duration is slightly neutered, so you're going to have to act fast if you plan on taking advantage of them while you've got them stripped. So thank you all for watching another quickie. Stay tuned for more Syndicate Snapshots here at Plays.